Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
What is up, beautiful people of this fine world? My name is Exact Change, and I'm happy to be here. It's a Thursday in January 2020. Shit's crazy. Last year moved pretty fast, man. A lot of things happened that kind of led to where we're at right now, which is cool. This is my second solo podcast. Usually I have a guest. Right now I'm just kind of checking in and chilling and just want to talk to everybody or talk to myself. And if you're listening, then, you know, you can be a fly on the wall. It's Thursday, which is Throwback Thursday. I think it's a good day to kind of think back to times when you used to hang out with people that maybe you don't hang out with anymore. You know, we got a lot of old friends that have come into our lives and then left. And, you know, family that's passed away or family that we don't get to see as often anymore because we're grown and we're working. So I think that Thursday is a good time to share those old videos and to kind of just remember people and the joy they brought to your life. Positivity, man, that's what we all about. So I got some weed here by Gabriel. Shout out to our friends at Cinder for hooking it up, man. I got some lemon sorbet number 3. Oh, man, I haven't had a chance to try it. I got a bowl loaded. I'm gonna see what's up with it. Take a little hit here. Oh. Damn. I love weed, and that is delicious. Yo, shout out to Cinder, man. They fucking hooking us up with all sorts of shit. I also got a VO pen. This thing is kind of cool. It vibrates when you hit it. And I got a Bodhi High cartridge blood drive, little sativa to keep us uplifted today. So let me check this bitch out too. Kind of gets it going. So I vibrate. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Oh, damn. Wow. All right. You know, I woke up this morning and I saw something real sweet. And it's crazy because a lot of times we wake up, we get on social media. And a lot of times you see negative shit. You know, the war in Iran or you know, things that are going on, crazy things in the world. And I woke up and saw something real sweet this morning, man. I saw rapper Futuristic. He proposed to his girl. He pretended like he had a sprained ankle, and then she came over to like help him out with it. And he just kind of transferred from the sprained ankle to a knee. And man, that was creative, man. That's cool. That's how an artist is supposed to do it. Get creative with your proposal, man. Man, that's really cool. It's cool to see people happy and having success, not only financially and, you know, with popularity or whatever, but with just their personal life and relationships. I like to root for people to win, you know, because there's a lot of people out there that are hoping people fail and stuff like that, and that's not cool. So I like to see people win, man. So yeah, I woke up and kind of saw that, and man, that really touched my heart, man. I almost brought a damn tear to my eye. So shout out to all the lovebirds out there. Yeah, what else is going on, man? We had the new year. The new year happened, and it kind of just feels the same. It just feels like extended December. We haven't really got a lot of snow or anything, and it's just been kind of gloomy, kind of gray. And I don't know. New Year's was cool. Went out to the bar and saw a couple local artists do some covers and do some singing and shit. I got to meet a couple new artists, and I like, through this podcast and whatnot, I like to go out and meet new people, connect with new people, get them on the podcast. And you guys listening, if you guys have anybody that you want to get on the podcast that you'd like to see me have a conversation with, shoot me a DM, drop it in the comments, and let's make it happen. If it's something that I want to do. So New Year's was really fun. I don't really go out a whole lot. I just like to go out and celebrate when the time is right. And there was something in the air that night, man. People were all fucking happy for this 2020 shit. So, but I think that it's a good time to maybe set some new goals for yourself. It's just whatever you need. A lot of people will look at the negative aspect and be like, oh, wait, new year, new you bullshit. Yo, check it out, man. If people need an excuse to do it, whatever the excuse is, whatever works, man, whatever works. Just, if it's a new year and that's what it takes for you to kind of be like, oh shit, I want to achieve these things and I'm going to start now, more power to you. Okay. Yeah. I think it's more valuable to be able to do that and kind of just keep that mindset no matter what month it is, but that's not everybody. And we're all working to a point. So we're all working to a point, man. And, you can make a lot of money and still be unhappy. And you can make not very much money and still be happy. So that's kind of where I've been lately. Been kind of just really loving my situation. Running these podcasts, making a little bit of music, and working my job with my friends. I love everybody I work with. It's really cool. I sell weed for a living, so that's fun. We got some merch in, which is pretty cool. We got some coffee cups, and we got some beanies. We got some Life Doesn't Come with Roadmaps coffee cups, and we got some Change and Matisse beanies. So for all the Change and Matisse fans out there, we got some beanies for you. Probably going to get some merch for the podcast eventually. We haven't put like a lick of promotion, like paid promotion or anything into this podcast. We really want this podcast to be something that people just find, randomly, or they just find it organically. And we really want this podcast to be something for Spokane, something for the city. Eventually, we're going to grow bigger, but for right now, we're focused on Spokane artists, Spokane local business. So I'm really interested in speaking to, all sorts of different types of people: chefs, tattoo artists, business owners, if you own a clothing store, a bar, of course, artists, whether you paint, you sing, you rap, you play guitar. If you're doing something really cool in Spokane, then chances are I'm going to want to talk to you about it. So everything comes with time. We get a lot of people that hit us up that want to be on the podcast. But, we want people that we're interested in, because we know, if you fuck with us and we're interested in it, then you'll probably be interested in it too. So we want to make sure that we're giving content to the people that is very interesting. We want you guys to find new people. I feel like if you just moved to Spokane, you were like, hey, who's in, what kind of cool stuff is going down in Spokane? Like, is there any cool podcasts, or, how do I find local artists? Like, I want there to be a place when you're working or you're driving or something, you can throw it on and kind of find new people. So my next podcast, I think I'm going to have Dan Spitz, who was a UFC fighter and a fellow coworker, and just a cool fucking guy, man. And we were going to do it, I think, a couple days ago, but it didn't end up happening. So we're gonna get it done next Monday. So super excited for that conversation, and to kind of show you guys his story and to learn his story, because I don't know everything. So that's another thing too, is I like to bring people on when I don't know the full picture and I don't know their story, and to kind of find out the story organically with you. So you guys are finding out the information about this, person in real time with me. Well, I guess it's not live, but, I'm not going in there with a lot of research. I'm just going in there saying, hey, you're very interesting. I like you. You're cool. You're fun. Let's hang out and have a conversation. Too many times before I started this podcast, I would have these really cool conversations and then none of them would be recorded. So I think that podcasting is really cool and able to give everybody and anybody a voice. And I just like good conversations. So, I like undivided attention. I like phones off and just eye-to-eye contact, chilling, undivided attention. Did I say that already? Lemon sorbet is kicking in. I really like conversations like that. There's a lot of distractions. People looking at their phone every 5 minutes and, guilty, right? So it's cool to put that away. Man, I'll tell you guys, I'm really looking forward to spring and summer already. I like that there's like diverse weather here in Spokane because it really makes you appreciate spring and summer. And if I lived in a place like California or something or Arizona where it's hot and sunny all the time, I think you kind of get burnt out. No pun intended. You get burnt out a little bit on the sun, you want something different. So, and it's kind of cool that we have to endure some cold, chilly weather and then we get that nice sun and it really helps you appreciate it. So I'm really looking forward, man, to when we can get some sun again. This last summer I had so much fun. I started this podcast and I got to sit down with a bunch of really cool people and we did a lot of just chilling and creating and, chilling on the front porch with the music loud and drinking beers and having cool conversations and making music. And man, it was just like a movie this last summer. So I'm really excited to get this next summer in motion. I'm just excited for it, man. I love the heat. And sometimes you can feel kind of, like I said in my last solo episode, you can start to get to you when you don't have enough sun, and the clouds. Yeah, we're not going to revisit that sad episode, but man, hit some more of this real quick. We wrapping up the Roadmaps challenge. We did a challenge for people to kind of showcase their rap skills over a beat. We made a song called Roadmaps. We did a video for it, and my buddy Matt, Unalienated Labor, made the beat. And so we wanted to give people a chance. It's a fun thing to throw out the instrumental and allow people to kind of just write something over it, and then we can post it to our page and kind of, people can kind of get a little competitive and just kind of see who's got the nicest verse, and then we let the people decide who wins. So we just kind of had like the playoffs or like the, kind of picked the best 8 that we thought as a team and let the people choose between those 8. We're probably going to whittle it down a little bit further. And this is really fun because it gives the artist a chance to shine and to kind of see how they're voted. And then at the same time, there's winnings. So you actually win like a ice bong mold, we call the ice device. And then we're giving away, I think, a $50 gift card and like a goodie bag full of random shit. So it's been really fun. I don't even really want it to end because it's just been so much fun, like posting everybody's stuff up and then, watching everybody engage with it. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, check us out on Algorithm Northwest or, look up the hashtag Roadmaps Challenge. I also did a vote on my personal page yesterday, my Exact Change page. I did a little vote to see who would do or who would be down for me to bring back 4 bars daily. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's when we would, we would just basically pick random beats, and every single day we would have to write 4 bars and then record it on Instagram. And it was really fun because it was something that we would do every single day that people could look forward to. And it's just kind of challenges us and helps keep the art sharp. So the people kind of spoke on that, said they wanted us to bring it back. So that may also be happening soon. So fun things. There's there was a really cool show that happened in Spokane, man. I didn't get a chance to go, but my buddy Cody got to go. Far Side was in Spokane at Lucky You Lounge, man. I heard it was fucking crazy, man. Kung Fu Vinyl opening up. And if you guys haven't heard of Kung Fu Vinyl, man, they're dope. I'm really working on getting those guys in here too. Because, man, they're like an instrumental hip hop group, guitars and some really talented MCs and a DJ. And dude, it's just amazing shit. And they're just always active out there. So if you're in Spokane and you haven't seen a Kung Fu Vinyl show, go down, check them out. They're really dope. And like I said, we will get them on the podcast. Been meaning to do it. It's going to happen. So, I like this. I like this pen. No button, just pull. You gotta pull kind of hard though. You really gotta use your big boy lungs on that. Oh, I need some water. You know, looking back at last year and all the cool shit that I gotta do, man. I gotta meet Devin the Dude, who's like my favorite rapper. I gotta go hang out with him. You know, shout out to my homie Josh for, you know, he came up to Seattle and I linked up with him, and then we all, you know, I got to go meet Devin and we got to kick it and go to the, you know, the show and kick it backstage. And man, that was an experience like none other. So that was really cool, man. 2019 was amazing for that alone. But, and then I started this podcast, and I gotta sit down with so many cool people, man. I gotta sit down with, Derek Jenkins. I gotta sit down with, Nick Lewis from Kingsley and Scout. You know, I got to sit down with Moot from Fruit Baked. If you guys haven't checked out Fruit Baked, man, that episode was a lot of fun. We talked about sneakers and, you know, basketball and all sorts of crazy shit. And these guys got a really cool clothing line where they just, you know, do some really cool art. Their Instagram is just really dope. You watch the story, they're always doing some fun stuff, and their shirts and stuff are really cool, but it's hard to get one because they just do limited drops. So you really got to follow them and turn the notifications on. But, you know, that's something that's really cool in Spokane that not a lot of people know about, Fruit Baked. So check them out. And also check out Kingsley and Scout, man. My boy Nick, I go down there, man, and it's just like, it's like going to your homie's house. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like you're going to a retail shop, you know, like the Gap or something like that. Like you're going to, do people still go to the Gap? Is that a thing? You know, it's like you're going to your friend's house. Like you walk in there, there's cool music playing. Dude usually has like Street Fighter, like the newest Street Fighter setup with like the real fucking, the joystick with the buttons, like the old school. Like he's got that arcade like set up with the big fucking flat screen TV, man. And like you go head to head with people online or other people that are in there. And he's got a little bar. It's back there is like a clothing store and a bar. And he's got some video games. Dude's got like a back patio where you can go chill when it's nice out. And fucking place is just really cool. So I really highly suggest that you guys go check out Kingsley and Scout. Yeah, have a beer. They do like dollar, like I know today, you know, obviously this podcast can come out later, but they do this all the time. It's Thursday. They do like dollar beers, like 11 to 7 or something, 11 to 7 or something like that. And I'm going to have Nick on again too. We've been talking about having him on again, and talking about kind of some new endeavors and things they're doing. So 2020, we're going to have a whole lot of real cool guests and a lot of fun. And we're you know, starting to figure out this podcast thing, and it's getting a little more smooth, you know. So the next year is very exciting. So what else, man? Look at this. This is just impulsive. I'm just putting on impulsive hand sanitizer right now because I don't know what to say. So I'm like, okay, hold up. Buy some time. Put some hand sanitizer on your hands, even though you didn't touch anything. What the fuck? Oh, man. You know, we got the Seahawks. The Seahawks. God damn it. The Seahawks, man. hard to watch the Seahawks sometimes because I feel like they're just like have an anxiety attack just watching these guys play because they just have to win by 1 point every time, or sometimes lose by 1 point. And the games are just so close. No matter how big of a lead somebody has, you just don't know. And I think, I'm saying it like it's a bad thing, but that is actually really what makes football and just sports in general fun to watch. Nobody wants to see a blowout. It's nice to see those comebacks. Somebody takes a big lead, somebody, makes the lead smaller, comes back, and then there's a battle, or maybe it goes into overtime, and your heart's jumping, and you're jumping up and down, screaming at the TV. That's what it's all about, man. That's real entertainment. So you got the Seahawks playing Green Bay, and I posted up on my personal page, I posted a little video that the NFL posted, which was when the Seahawks played the Green Bay Packers in 2014. Man, it was one of the most wild games I've ever seen in my life. And granted, I was born in 1986, so all the old heads out there, yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of other crazy games, but that fucking game was crazy. We had so many hitters on that fucking team, dude. And it kind of just chronicles like all the big plays, and that game went into overtime. We were losing like 16-0, came back. It was tied 22-0 or something. Russell Wilson throws a bomb, catch it in the end zone. It was just an amazing comeback and an amazing win to send us to the Super Bowl. And now we're back in Green Bay, and anything is possible. So very exciting, very fucking exciting. We got Cowboy Cerrone and Conor McGregor, who are going to be fighting on the 18th, I believe is the date, and that's going to be a week from Saturday, so next Saturday. And that one too, I'm looking forward to that one, even though a lot of people are obviously saying that Conor's just going to mop him up and it's going to be no problem. I'm really hoping to see maybe an upset or, some crazy turn of events. So, I really like to host the fights, man. It's like, that's something that me and my friends do. That's really a fun thing. We get to just kind of pack the house with everybody. We get drinks and a bunch of weed, and we just kind of get crazy, man. And then afterwards, sometimes we'll go out, or, we'll jam and do some freestyling and shit like that. So really excited for the fight. That's going to be a fun one. You got Holly Holm fighting on that fight. You got Anthony Pettis on that fight. So there's some pretty cool people on the fight I'm looking forward to watching. You got baseball season coming back. I don't know if anybody, fucks with baseball, but when I was a kid, we used to watch baseball on TV all the time. So it's kind of just a special thing that I like to just kind of have in the background. I like to go to the games. I like to, kind of watch the games a little bit. Even though the Mariners have disappointed everybody for years, it's still just really cool, man. It's springtime, you got the grass and the blue skies, and it's the beginning of, summer and stuff like that. So baseball season kind of marks like a beautiful time in the year, and that's coming up. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So a lot of good things coming, man. Oh, I'm seeing some blue skies pop out right now, which when you're sitting inside, you're looking outside, you're like, ooh, it looks beautiful. And then you go out there and it's 30 degrees. But nonetheless, from inside, it's beautiful. I think we're about to get some snow, man. I think it's going to just come. It always comes late. It's been coming late lately. Like in the last couple of years, we've been getting snow in like January and February. Which, I'm not a big fan of. I like snow on Christmas and maybe the week leading up to Christmas. Maybe a couple days after Christmas. After that, I don't want to see it unless I go to the mountain. So, well, it's a beautiful day. I should probably get some stuff done. I don't really know what else I'm going to talk about. So probably just going to finish up this bowl here and just call it a little episode. So I hope y'all have a really good day. I hope you guys have a fucking good week. By the time you hear this, it'll be probably next week. Hope you fucking kill it. Thank y'all. Peace.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
20, 20, 20, 20. 20. 20, 20, 20, 20. 20.